In this video, we're going to go over how to create and process a harvest technical order. From our technical orders homepage, I can select my inventory tab and then search for the inventory for which I wish to create a new technical order. I'm going to select this item here in quality check. We'll create a new technical order for this item because we're going to harvest it down, and I'll put it to a standard harvest if I'm leveraging my technical types. We can put standard harvest and any notes or instructions we need to put about this harvest. A harvest is a general breakdown of a system or a part, and this is going to now put the item in our our open technical orders, and now we can see this new technical order has been created here. So now I can click into this technical order, and I'll select my process tab, which is defaulted for me here. I can see the original value of this item as well as the current value. Now from here, in order to harvest this part down, I can do this on either desktop or mobile. In this example, we're going to go through the desktop flow, and then we have another tab that's more tailored towards the mobile experience. So from here, I can just go right into entry, or I can review the submaterials and or bill of materials of this item. I can see we have one not harvested here. And if I check out the bill of materials, we can see we have many items that we expect to be in this item that we've selected that are currently not here. So let's say we've performed our harvest and I've taken out the power supply and the hard drive. I can select these and add harvest items, and this is going to allow me to add these items in mass. So here I'm going to go in and say that I'm going to put these to finished goods available. You may put these to WIP quality check and open another technical order to QA these items. That's really dependent on your process. I'll say they're in the legendary warehouse, and we will put them to, let's see what bins we have in this environment. I'll just put these to receiving. So I'll select the legendary supply chain receiving main dock door 1 here. I'll say these are used items, but they look good and they've been lightly used. By selecting override here and apply, I can actually apply those updates here to all of these items. I can ignore material in this case because it's already been selected, and then I can go scan in my serial numbers. I can also put in any notes, and if I'm responsible or have permissions to value these harvested items, I can do that as well here. So if I put $200 on the power supply and $100 on the hard drive, I can add that as well, and that will deduct the cost from my original item that's being harvested from and add them to the new piece of inventory that are about to be created. I can click save, and now we have added those items into inventory and also log those against the harvest. So now those have been removed from my not harvested list. If I click here to harvest it, I'll be able to see the items that have been harvested. And then if I go over to my harvest items, I can see all of the harvest items that have been created. If I collapse the score bar and have it refresh for me, or refresh the page, I can see now that the original value was $2,655. Now has been lowered to $2,355, and I can see we've harvested $300 worth off of this system. I can also go in here and upload photos against my inventory, or expand this to see the details of my harvest item, the material, or the inventory. If I need to make adjustments to the cost, I can click edit into this harvest part or this harvest item, and then I can go to the harvest part value and change this to $250, and this will post the adjustment from the original system into the new piece of inventory. I can only make that adjustment from the harvest item so long as the item is still in inventory. If the item that has been harvested from has been consumed or sold or scrapped or is no longer in inventory, I would not be able to adjust that cost. So it's very important to adjust that before we leverage that inventory. If we want to review the inventory that's now been created from this harvest part, I can see that here. All this came into legendary supply chain possession, finished goods available. We can also see the creation type was from a harvest, and we also track the harvest part it was created from, as well as the origin inventory that this item came from as well. Now from here we can also enter any of our time worked, perform our checklists, and update anything on the technical order that we need to before we close this out. So maybe now that I've started it, I'll move this to in progress, and then once I have completely finished this harvest, then we could close this technical order. And this is how I perform a harvest using Legendary Supply Chain Technical Orders application on desktop. Thank you.